Imagine opening your front door after a long day, only to be greeted by a wave of clutter, piles of unopened mail, shoes scattered across the floor, a kitchen counter buried under dishes, and gadgets you rarely use. Your calendar is just as chaotic, crammed with commitments that leave you drained, and your mind feels like a tangled knot of to-do lists, worries, and the vague sense that you're losing control. You long for a life with more space, space to breathe, to think, to simply be. What if the secret to this life lies in the gentle, time-honored habits of Japanese philosophy? Practices like danshari, kaizen, wabi-sabi, and motainai. These concepts, rooted in centuries of wisdom, offer a path to organization, simplicity, and meaning, crafted for a modern audience overwhelmed by excess, clutter, and a lack of purpose. Today, I'm your calm, encouraging guide, here to unveil how Japanese habits can help you organize your life and create more space, physically, mentally, and emotionally, so you can live with clarity, balance, and joy. Let's start with danshari, a Japanese philosophy that's about more than just tidying up. The word combines three kanji: dan, to refuse; sha, to discard; and ri, to separate. Danshari is the art of refusing what doesn't serve you, discarding what weighs you down, and separating yourself from attachments that no longer align with your life. It's a mindful approach to decluttering not just your physical space, but your schedule, your thoughts, and your habits. Dan Shari asks, does this object, this task, this mindset create space for what matters? If the answer is no, it's time to let it go with gratitude. In a world that pushes you to accumulate more stuff, more obligations, more noise, Danshari is a radical act of liberation. Imagine saying no to a new gadget you don't need, discarding a stack of old papers that clutter your desk, and separating yourself from the guilt of not finishing that book you never liked. This process clears the way for a life that feels open and free. Picture your life right now. Maybe your home is a maze of clutter, drawers stuffed with odds and ends, shelves groaning under forgotten trinkets, closets bursting with clothes you keep just in case. Your schedule is a patchwork of meetings, errands, and social events that leave you exhausted. Your mind races, caught in a cycle of stress, financial anxiety, and the feeling that you're not living up to your potential. Danshari steps in with a gentle invitation. What's taking up space in your life? What can you release to create room for peace? This isn't about throwing everything away or quitting your responsibilities. It's about making intentional choices. Imagine sorting through your desk, keeping only the pens you use and a notebook you love, and letting go of the rest with a quiet thank you. Picture declining an invitation that doesn't light you up, freeing an evening for rest or a passion project. These small acts of refusal, discarding, and separation create space for what truly matters, transforming your home and your life into a sanctuary of clarity. Now, let's weave in Kaizen, the Japanese philosophy of continuous improvement. Kaizen means change for the better, and it's about making small, consistent steps toward a goal. Unlike the overwhelming urge to overhaul your life in one go, Kaizen is gentle and sustainable. It's the belief that a single, tiny change, done with intention, can lead to profound transformation over time. In the context of organization, Kaizen helps you build habits that keep your life clear and manageable. Think of spending 5 minutes each evening putting away dishes or reviewing one task on your to-do list to ensure it's necessary. These micro actions compound, turning chaos into order without exhausting you. Kaizen reminds you that you don't need to organize everything at once. You just need to start with one small, purposeful step. Next, let's explore Wabi-Sabi, the Japanese art of finding beauty in imperfection and impermanence. Wabi-Sabi is the warmth of a worn wooden table. Its scratches telling stories of meals shared and moments lived. It's the quiet grace of a single flower in a simple vase. Beautiful, because it won't last forever. In a world obsessed with perfection, perfect homes, perfect schedules, perfect lives, Wabi-Sabi offers relief. It teaches you that a meaningful life doesn't require flawlessness. You don't need a spotless house or a perfectly balanced calendar to feel at peace. Wabi-Sabi invites you to embrace the natural, the incomplete, the fleeting. It's the joy of a cozy, uncluttered corner of your home, imperfect but yours, or the contentment of a day that's productive enough. By applying Wabi-Sabi, you create space for acceptance, letting go of the pressure to have it all together, and finding beauty in the life you're living now. Let's also bring in motenai, a concept that expresses regret for waste and deep respect for resources. Motenai is the pang you feel when you toss out food that could have been eaten or replace something that still works. It's a call to value what you have, to use it fully, and to avoid thoughtless consumption. In a culture of disposability, motenai is a powerful reminder to live with gratitude. It encourages you to repair a torn bag, repurpose an old jar as a storage container, or choose an evening at home over a shopping trip. Motenai aligns with organization by fostering conscious choices, ensuring that what you keep or bring into your life adds value, not clutter. It's a practice that creates space by reducing waste, nurturing both your well-being and the planet's health. How do these philosophies work together to organize your life and create more space? Let's paint a scenario. You're feeling overwhelmed by your cluttered kitchen. Counters covered with appliances, drawers stuffed with utensils, cabinets overflowing with mismatched dishes. Your schedule is just as chaotic, packed with tasks that feel urgent but unimportant. You start with danshari, tackling one drawer. You sort through the utensils, keeping only what you use regularly, like a favorite spatula and a sturdy knife, and set the rest aside for donation, thanking each item for its time. Motenai inspires you to repurpose an old container as a utensil holder, saving money and adding charm. Kaizen comes next as you commit to 5 minutes of tidying each evening, keeping the counters clear. Wabi-Sabi reminds you to love the drawer's slightly creaky hinge, a reminder of your home's character. This process transforms your kitchen into a space that feels functional and inviting, reducing stress and sparking joy. It's a microcosm of how Japanese habits reshape your life, slowly, intentionally, with purpose. The benefits are vast and touch every part of your life. Physically, an organized home reduces visual clutter, which research shows can lower cortisol levels and improve focus. A 2024 study found that tidy spaces increase productivity by 12% and reduce anxiety by 10%. Your home becomes easier to clean, saving time and energy. Financially, Danshari and Motainai curb spending. By refusing unnecessary purchases and repurposing what you have, you save money that can be redirected to savings or experiences that matter. A 2025 financial report noted that conscious consumption reduces household debt by 15%. Environmentally, these practices promote sustainability. Motainai's respect for resources encourages you to repair, reuse, and recycle, cutting household waste by up to 20% per a recent study. Your choices contribute to a healthier planet, fostering a sense of harmony. Emotionally, these habits are transformative. Letting go of possessions tied to the past, an old gadget you never mastered, clothes from a former self, feels like shedding guilt or regret. Danshari helps you release mental clutter, like the pressure to say yes to every invitation. Kaizen builds confidence as small organizational wins add up, reminding you that you're in control. Wabi-Sabi nurtures gratitude, helping you find joy in ordinary moments. The warmth of a favorite mug, the sound of your child's laughter, the quiet of an uncluttered evening. These practices quiet the mental noise that fuels overwhelm, creating space for clarity and calm. Relationships deepen as you prioritize time with loved ones. Imagine an evening spent cooking with your partner instead of organizing clutter, or a heartfelt talk with a friend, unburdened by distractions. These moments build connection and meaning. Contrast this with habits that keep you stuck. Consumerism traps you in a cycle of buying to feel organized, new storage bins, trendy planners, only to add more clutter. A $30 organizer might seem like a solution, but it's just another thing to manage. Overcommitment scatters your energy, leaving you too frazzled to organize anything. Perfectionism demands a flawless home and schedule, but chasing it exhausts you and blinds you to the beauty of now. Japanese habits offer a different path. Instead of accumulating, you release. Instead of multitasking, you focus. Instead of perfecting, you embrace. The result is a life that feels spacious, not constricted. A life where you have room to breathe, think, and grow. Ready to start? Here's a practical roadmap to bring Japanese habits into your life. Begin with a small, manageable area: your desk, your bag, or your email inbox. Set a timer for 10 minutes and sort through it, asking, does this serve me or bring me joy? Keep what aligns with your values and release the rest with gratitude, perhaps saying, thank you for being part of my story. This is Danshari: refusing, discarding, separating. Apply Kaizen by choosing one tiny organizational habit, like putting away one item each evening or reviewing one task daily to ensure it's necessary. Track this habit for a week, noticing how it feels. Practice Motainai by repurposing one item, a jar as a pencil holder, an old scarf as a table runner, or donating something unused. Embrace Wabi-Sabi by finding one imperfect thing in your day, a scratched shelf, a cloudy sky, and reflecting on its beauty. Journal about it or hold it in your heart, letting it remind you that imperfection is part of life's richness. Challenges will arise, and that's okay. Decluttering can stir emotions, especially if you're sentimental. If you hesitate to let go, ask, am I keeping this out of love or obligation? If it's obligation, release it with kindness. Time constraints can make organization feel daunting, but Kaizen's micro-actions fit any schedule. 5 minutes a day is enough. Consumerism may tempt you, especially during sales. Try a no-spend day once a week, focusing on free joys like a walk or a library book. Perfectionism might whisper that your efforts aren't enough, but Wabi-Sabi counters that every step counts. If you slip up, forgive yourself and return to your habits. These strategies turn obstacles into opportunities, helping you weave organization into your life. Let's try a grounding exercise. Take 3 slow breaths, noticing the air fill your lungs. Think of one thing in your life, physical, mental, or emotional, that feels heavy. Maybe it's a cluttered shelf, a worry that won't quit, or a task you dread. Picture setting it down, thanking it for what it's taught you, and letting it go. How does your body feel? Lighter, even just a little? This is the essence of Japanese organization, a release that creates space for peace. Carry this feeling with you, letting it guide your choices. To deepen your practice, explore related Japanese concepts. Ikigai, the pursuit of purpose, aligns your organization with meaning. Reflect on, what do I love? What am I good at? What does the world need? What can I be paid for? The answers might lead you to simplify your schedule, focusing on what fulfills you. Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing, reduces stress by connecting you with nature. A 20-minute walk in a park, noticing the scent of earth, can reset your perspective, reminding you that space is also mental clarity. The concept of meaningful space, encourages pauses in your day, moments to reflect before acting, ensuring your organizational choices align with your values. These philosophies create a holistic approach, touching your home, mind, and soul. Imagine the life you're crafting. You wake to a home that feels serene, where every object has a place and a purpose. Your mornings are unhurried, with time for a quiet tea or a moment to plan your day. Your schedule is intentional, with space for the people and passions that light you up. Stress visits, but it doesn't stay. You have tools to meet it with grace. You find joy in small things, the texture of a favorite notebook, the sound of rain, the warmth of a loved one's voice. This is the gift of Japanese habits, a life with space to breathe, to dream, to be. You're not chasing order, you're living it, one simple choice at a time. As we close, reflect. What's one small step you can take today to create more space? Maybe it's clearing a single surface, saying no to a minor task, or pausing to appreciate an imperfect moment. Trust that it's enough to begin. The wisdom of Danshari, Kaizen, Wabi-Sabi, and Motenai isn't just a set of habits. It's a way of seeing, a way of being. It reminds you that a better life isn't out there in the next purchase or milestone. It's right here, in the space you're creating now. You are capable. You are ready. And this journey starts with one beautiful, simple choice.